So bro, I'm recording this video very late in the morning. Actually, I want to say in the night, but in the morning. It's 2:44 in the morning. It's mirrored, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but I should be going to sleep. I know. I just was journaling after a long day of work and some stress and some other stuff. I was just journaling, trying to get my thoughts out, praying to God, and then journaling. And I just couldn't help but think, how grateful am I to be able to be up late on a Monday morning and know that I don't have to wake up early in the morning to go to a job or to school. And I thought about the school in particular. My parents would have scolded the shit out of me if I was a kid still having to go to school, right? I wanted to stay up late. I wanted to stay up late as a kid because my mind was just working overtime at that point, and my parents forced me to go to sleep. And now I see how bad that is for a kid. To force him to go to sleep. When you see, this is the reason why I disagree with this whole go to sleep early if just because you gotta wake up early in the morning. Let him get a full night without sleep and let him wake up the second morning tired and see the consequences of his own actions. He will not respect it just because you told him. Let him suffer the consequences of being tired as fuck and still having to go to school. Okay, let the kid learn. But these parents are such pussies that they want to force the kid to not be able to experience his own mistakes just because. Okay, this is so pathetic about parenthood. And this is like off-topic rant, not the topic of this video, but this is just such pussy behavior as a dad or as a mother that you can do to your kid. And this just pissed me off. Okay, but that's not the topic of the video. The topic of the video is wake up that inner kid in you. Because he had balls. A lot more balls than you think he had. A lot more balls than you have right now, as a matter of fact. And I'm going to prove this to you. Because as a kid, you don't know anything about the world. Okay? So that spikes up your curiosity, right? You're adventurous, you're a kid. You're not a pussy, actually. You're much more of a pussy now than you when you were at 4 or 5 years old. You're much more of a pussy now, okay? That kid was taking risks, fucking driving that little bike with wheelies on as fast as possible. Didn't care if he would crash. Now, you worry about going to a boxing ring because you might get your ass whooped. Let me tell you something. As a kid, you didn't have social anxiety, and now you do as an adult. Is that it? As a kid, you kept asking why on everything. You don't know nothing about the world. You are curious. You kept asking why. Your parents told you have to go to sleep early. You asked why, and they said, "Don't question me. Just go to sleep early. You're gonna be tired tomorrow morning." And then you wanted to stay awake late, and then you built hatred towards your parents this way because you just didn't understand why they were forcing you to go to sleep early. And if they would have just one night let you be awake all night long and still force you to go to school in the morning, suffer the own consequences of your own actions of staying late, you would have not wanted to do that again. You would have learned your lesson, but they didn't want you to learn your own lesson. And this is something that I don't like. Okay, let the kid fail. Warn him, but if he doesn't want to listen, let him learn. Okay, let him make the mistake. And your parents and your teachers kind of beat it out of you. They said, "Don't act like that. Don't yell. Whatever. Don't be so aggressive." And you kept saying, "But why?" And they sort of yelled back at you. And they are this sign of authority over you, right? So you were basically had beaten it out of you. Maybe metaphorically, or maybe for some of us, literally, right? And what does this result in? Nowadays, you got people ignoring their own eyes, saying that a man is a woman just because he wears a fucking wig on his head. This is what it builds you up into a bitch, okay? It just makes you into such a fucking coward. Okay, you don't want to disrespect anyone because the authority figures might do something about it. Go suck a dick. So obviously over time you grow up and you stop asking questions because you're afraid, right? You might get suspended if you're disrespectful to your teacher. Bro, I didn't give a shit. When I was a kid, when I was in the first and second grade, I didn't give a shit. And I had it beaten out of me, metaphorically, of course. And bro, everybody was fucking scolded the shit out of me and all of that. And I was like, man, this teacher is such a dickhead, but I can't say it, you know? And I wish I did. I wish I would have gotten my ass beat just for, you know, having to insult a teacher, because at least I would have had some more balls. But by the age 7, I was already a bitch. My parents have already turned me into a pussy. And when you're this young, you're so moldable as a kid. Jesus Christ. You need to instill some bravery in your kid, okay? He needs it more than ever. In today's age, if you have a kid, you need to instill bravery. In a son, 100%. So essentially, everything the authority figures told you was true, and you accepted it as the truth. And you didn't question it, because if you was to question anything the teacher said or your mom or dad said, you were disrespectful, right? You would get punished for it, because you disrespected him by just questioning, by just asking why, by being a curious kid, which is normal because you're trying to learn things about the world. And so you over time grew up believing everything that your parents believed in, and your parents are fucking morons and they believed everything that they see on the news, everything the fucking politicians told them, whatever. And you started believing that too, because they're your parents, they're your guidance in the world, right? They're the people that gave birth to you, your mother probably. You become submissive, and you became the perfect slave, because let's take it back a couple hundred years ago. Let's say you have some black people on your plantation, you own them, and they are picking your cotton. Would you want them to be brave? No, you would want them to be nice and submissive and scared of you. If they're scared of your punishment, they will do whatever you say. And that's exactly what you want in a slave. Now, this has been a controversial example, but this is a valid example, let's be honest. So basically, they stripped you of your balls. Curiosity has now become scrutinized in your world. That little kid, that 5-year-old kid of you, that 5-year-old version of you, he had more balls than you right now. 10, 15, 20 years old, 20 years later, however old you are, he had probably more balls than you. Now, how the fuck is that possible? You need to take some control back of your fucking life, okay? You need to disobey your parents, disobey your boss, your teacher, whatever. Now, okay, if you have a job and you want to get paid, okay, whatever, do whatever your boss wants you to do. But bro, you should disobey people and be okay with that. And take your punishment like a man. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was 16, I'm so glad that's when I had enough and I finally mustered up some balls. And I went to the principal's office and I said, I want to leave this school. And without my parents' permission, I asked to leave. And yeah, that was a whole long story of how I managed to do it. And I told that story in the channel before, but let's say my parents were not happy with that at all. But I did it without their permission. I disobeyed because I had enough. I had enough because I saw Alex DeMarshall, who was a 16-year-old kid, just the same age as me at the time. Now he's 17, the same age as me. And I saw him making like $30K a month, right? And him not having to go to school anymore. He's in Dubai. He's traveling. He paid off his mom's mortgage. I was like, what the fuck? I'm in this school with guys that vape and smoke cigarettes and eat fucking sandwiches. I'm trying to build a better body. I'm trying to make money online. And I'm stuck with these people? No, your network is your net worth. No, your net worth is your network. However the fuck is that quote? I don't really give a shit. I need to surround myself with better people. So first thing I must do is to leave this environment of this fucking school. And so I did. Without anybody's permission, I found a way to do it. So at 16, that was the first piece of a fucking ballsy move that I made, and I'm so glad I did that. And the thing is, the whole concept is don't go down without a fight. You're gonna get punished for it. That's okay. Let them punish you, okay? Like, your parents might beat your ass, might yell at you. What, an uncomfortable conversation? Is that what you're afraid of? Okay, some physical pain, whatever. That literally will be a couple of minutes, and then will be gone. Would you rather that? Or would you rather stay stuck for 3 years in that school environment? And would you rather stay stuck there for the next 3-4 years, however much you got left? Would you rather do that? Or, God forbid, you have to go to college and you have to get debt on your neck? Fuck no. Bro, disobey your parents. Argue with them over it. Whoever cares. Or lie to them. Literally say, yes, I'm going to apply for this college, and then just don't apply and just lie to them. It's okay. Because in a couple of years from now, when you're successful and you can buy them a house and buy them whatever, they will be glad you disobeyed them. So now, do you believe that you can make it come true? Because if not, sign up for that college. If you do believe that you can make it, disobey them, lie to them, and then prove them all wrong. And another thing on your self-improvement journey that I want you to take to heart, okay, is to disobey your bitch voice, because you have a bitch voice inside of you. You have a bitch ass voice inside of you that's telling you, no, don't go in that cold shower. You're gonna get sick. No, we shouldn't go to the gym. We should rest today. You know, we should let the muscles rest. No. Actually, you're overclogged your algorithm if you post another video today. No, actually, we shouldn't do the extra work, or maybe just make another video so you can post for tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll do it. Let's go to sleep now. No, you need to get 8 hours of sleep. You can't work all night long and sleep 4 hours and then work like normal tomorrow. You see, all these bitch ass excuses, you're gonna have to overcome them, and you're gonna have to disobey yourself at some point. This is one of the hardest things you're ever gonna have to do in your life, so I want you to be prepared for it, because this is gonna be very difficult. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Man, sometimes I wake up after a couple of hours of sleep, feel like a zombie. Every muscle in our body is sore after the fucking workouts for the past couple of days. Everything, my legs, my back, my chest, everything is sore. But I'm gonna train biceps today, and I know I'm gonna take a cold shower right the first thing in the morning, and then I'm gonna be recording a couple of videos, getting on a call with a client, checking the market, see if there are any new meme coins, gamble my money that I make for my clients, and I'm just simply gonna put in the risk, and I don't care. And I'm gonna disobey my bitch voice. Oh no, you made this $20, $50 online. Don't risk it on some meme coin. Put it in there, bitch. Don't be afraid of it. You have to disobey your bitch voice. And that's something that you're gonna have to, at least I struggle with massively to this day. I'm not gonna pretend that I conquered this already. No, I haven't. I still struggle with this thing to this day. And I'm still trying my best every single day, day in, day out. If I can give you another tip, is just, if you can find a brotherhood, that will give you so much strength. If you can find a group of guys that can genuinely push through their bitch voices as well as you, and tell you their stories of whatever fucking family member told them they're a dickhead, and you can relate to that, and you find a couple of rebels, a couple of men that refuse to obey everybody else, just like you. You got a lot of strength, even if they're from the second part of the world. Now, Blackthorn Capital is the place where I found, but you can find it wherever else. And I just encourage you to look for these people, because they're out there. Trust me, these guys are out there. School communities are probably one of the best places to look for these guys, okay? Self-improvement guys that are actually working on themselves, these are probably the best places to look for this. Another tip of advice that I would give you is be the outcast. Be the weird guy, because it's much better to be the weirdo than to be the popular loser. Everybody likes you. Your parents like the fact that you went to college. You have a college girlfriend who's fucked the whole football team, and you know, you've got your friends, right? And whatever. But you're a loser, and as soon as you leave college, you got debt, you find a 9 to 5, and then you marry a 4 out of 10 woman at fucking 29 years old, you have some kids, then she divorces you at 41, and then you lose everything, and your parents set you up really good, didn't they? This is why you need to disobey them, because that's the path that you're going down if you're gonna keep being this little bitch. They will listen to everything everybody says to you, and you will not make your own decisions. Be the disrespectful little kid. Be the, oh, he's too disrespectful. Nah, he's weird. Let's not invite him to the party. That's okay, bitch. I don't drink alcohol. I will not go to that party anyways, even if you invited me. So, be the weird guy. You don't need to be popular. You can be the quiet winner until you win. Until you win big, to be honest. Because it's only a matter of time until all those people try coming back. So it's only a matter of time. But you will have to be lonely. And you will have to suffer, and you're going to have to go through a lot of shit. And you're going to have to listen to a lot of shit from your parents. And bro, I know exactly how it feels. And trust me, it's okay. You're going to get through it. In a moment, it feels like shit. And I know that I'm going to have a lot of arguments more with my parents. And I don't give a shit. Because I know that it's all worth it. Basically, don't let yourself get cucked. Don't grow up like everybody wants you to. Wake up that inner disrespectful kid that's inside of you. I know he's still in there. He's not lost, bro. Trust me, you can wake him the fuck up. But it takes some effort. And it takes some genuine balls. And it takes you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask, what do you really want out of this life, okay? So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you paid attention. I hope that when you lay that head on that pillow tonight, you're truly going to think about this. And see where you're going with your life. If you want to obey your parents or disobey. Because this is the biggest life decision that you're ever going to make. So this is mine. May God bless you. See you on the next one.